have a review for you on this Blotterazzi by the Beauty Blender. So I originally purchased this at the end of summer because I knew I was going on this trip and I would be in really hot climates, and normally I'm not a person that gets oily, but I was interested to sort of test it out in hot climates when you're a little bit sweaty and you do get a little bit oily, or your makeup sort of melting off because it's so humid and hot out. I purchased this off the Sephora website. I believe it was right around $20 to $25. I think that in the United States it's around $20, and I think that in Canada it's around $20. Essentially, this is supposed to be like a reusable oil blotting sheet. So instead of an oil blotting sheet, which is made out of paper, this is made out of foam. I think it's the same foam that is the Beauty Blender. If not, it's very similar foam. You do get two of them in the packaging. So you get a top one, and then you get a little sheet of paper that you're actually supposed to keep. I guess it's not paper, it's like plastic, and then one underneath. So essentially, this is supposed to be used dry, not like the Beauty Blender where you use it wet, and it's used to blot off the extra oil that's on your face, similar to an oil blotting sheet. These are really nice because you can reuse them. You can use one side and then use the other side. You can wash them over and over again and continuously use them, so you're not actually throwing anything out. I think that over time you're supposed to replace the sponges, but I'm not sure what the time frame with that is, and I think it also just depends on how much you use it compared to like how much you clean it and how much you should replace it. Overall, I really like this packaging. I think it's really convenient to be traveling. It comes with a really big mirror, which is really nice for traveling, because not only are you having like your touch-up or your oil blotting sheets in here, but you also have a really big mirror, so if you're on the run, you can sort of do your makeup with this. It's really nice because you can sit it and the mirror stands up, so you can also do your makeup on the go. And overall, I think it's a really nice tiny mirror. It's really compact, and you can have a sort of a touch-up product as well as having a mirror. And I mean, I guess it's the same as having a compact with powder, but usually you need either a sponge or a brush for the powder. You can be worried about breaking that powder, and this you don't have to worry about it at all, so I think that's really nice. I do like that it has two in it, so if you're really on the run and you don't have time to clean them, you can use them and you can alternate between the two of them, or you could even share them with like a friend or a boyfriend or something like that if you're sort of on the run and they need one as well. I do like the fact that the packaging sort of has a breathable side to it, so not only does the top one breathe from opening it and sort of being on the top, but the bottom one can also breathe underneath, which is nice because you do have that plastic sheet here, so it keeps either the dirty one away from the clean one, or it just really helps prevent the dirtiness from traveling between both sponges. So overall, I think that the packaging is really great, and I think that I've used this more so for the packaging and for the mirror than the actual product on the trip, and I honestly would say that I would probably buy this again if I lost it or if it broke, because I do really like the mirror and I do really like this compact, and I do really like the fact that I have an option to have something that is going to touch up my makeup. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I don't have oily skin. I generally have dry skin, so I don't really have a problem with having oiliness, so I don't use oil blotting sheets a lot. I don't use anything that's going to prevent my skin from getting oil on it, but I think that this is a really nice product to have when you're in a really hot, humid climate. When you're in a really hot, humid climate and your skin and your body is sort of not used to it, you're going to sort of be sweating. So either your makeup's going to be coming off, you're going to be sweating through your makeup, and you're just sort of going to be hot and a little bit sweaty at most times. So I found that this was helpful. I found that I didn't have enough oils to really be able to tell if it really sort of fixed my makeup or it really removed the oils while leaving my makeup behind, but I did really like it for those days where I'm out in the sun all day long, I have makeup on, and I just need something to either absorb the little bit of sweat that's coming out or absorb anything that's sort of like residual on my face, whether it just be from the mixture of my sweat and sunscreen or something like that. I found it was really helpful. I used it in really hot, humid climates like Singapore, where it's kind of just humid all the time and you're kind of just sweating as soon as you hit the outside. Same with Hong Kong, and I did really like it. I found that throughout the day, when, per se, if I was like at a theme park or if I'm just really walking around all day, you can't help but get sweaty because you're in the sun, you're moving around, you're really in the hot, humid weather, and this really helped sort of absorb that either sweat or grease or whatever was on my skin. I never felt like it removed my makeup. I don't generally wear a full face of makeup, meaning foundation and all of that, when I'm traveling, especially in these hot, humid climates, because it was melting off anyways. I never found that it had an issue with taking away my makeup. My makeup was left on my face, but as I said, I didn't really wear a lot of makeup. But overall, it didn't displace anything that was on my face, whether it be makeup or bronzer. cleanser, and it didn't make me more oily. It just absorbed any kind of weird substance that was on my face, whether, as I said, it would be sweat or sweat mixed with sunscreen or just like an oily sunscreen or something like that. It was really nice to use, and it really just helped me feel refreshed in my face. I would recommend it, especially if you're going to be traveling to hot, humid climates. I think it's a really nice product to have if you're going to be going to like in a beach environment or a more humid environment. It really helps with any kind of greasiness or sort of sweat absorption that you need on your face. And I think that the fact that it's just like a tiny, small compact is really nice for traveling. I never had to worry about breaking any kind of powders when I was on the go, and I just had a nice mirror to use at all times if I had something in my eye or if I wanted to apply makeup on the run. It was just really handy to have, and the added bonus of having something that would absorb my makeup was really nice. I have cleaned these quite a few times. They clean really well. It's really easy to clean them. I just used a really nice gentle bar of soap, but I would probably use a baby wash or even the Beauty Blender cleanser. I washed really nicely. They did expand a lot when they were washed and wet, which you're not supposed to use them wet anyways. So when it was drying, I kind of just let it sit there and dry, and then once it was dry, it fit right back into the package. There wasn't any tears or holes in it, and it just washed really well. As I said, it didn't really remove much of my makeup, so it wasn't like I had color coming off in the drain, but it washed really nice. I didn't have any complaints about that either. If you've tried this and you have any thoughts on it, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you have oily skin, because I would be interested to see how it worked on your skin. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all my upcoming videos, and thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned.